My name is Aaron Crosley, and I am highly addicted to drag racing import cars. The car I currently drive is a 1990 Audi Coupe Quattro. I had got this car sight unseen delivered to my house. I spent the next 2 days gutting the car and taking everything out of it and throwing it all away. I built the car based around the 1.8T 20-valve Volkswagen. We were using the same ECU, same map and everything, doing dyno pulls, and we hit the new car, which had a much larger turbo with the same duty cycle. It lifted the head, broke all 4 wrist pins, pulled the motor, took it apart at Double J Motorwerks. It took a 20-ton shop press to get the pins out of the pistons. And all 4 of them were broken in half, and it was impressive. Slapped together a whole completely new motor at Double J Motorwerks. Joey put it all together, had all the machine work done, turned back the boost, dialed it in, broke the motor in, made pulls. We're tuned through 3rd gear, and I said, just for shits and giggles, let's hit 4th once. Hit 4th gear 1 time, but we didn't change the duty cycle in 4th gear. By 5,000 RPM, it was 30 pounds of boost. By 5,700 RPM, it was 45 pounds of boost. Still climbing, it blew the head off again. This time, a fireball came out the front of the motor, went over the fuel cell, and that was it. I was out of money and out of desire to work on it for a while, so I took a few months break from it. When I finally did get a motor in it, we tuned it, took it to the track. I made it 4 passes, and the transmission got broken. My friend Derek says, hey, I have a 6-speed transmission you can try and break. I don't like the way it shifts in 3rd and 4th gear, so if you want to try and break it, let's do it. So Sunday, we put that transmission in. Monday, I was at the track. The very first full pass I took in the car, it went 1089 at 133. Second pass went 1022 at 139, and third pass went 1005 at 138. So the current motor in the car right now is basically an off-the-shelf integrated engineering 2-liter stroker block. I use their H-beam rods. I use a JE piston, 83 millimeter bore, 8.5 to 1 compression, forged crank. I like the fact that I'm pushing the hell out of their basic setup, and it's surviving. Turbo on this car is a 67 millimeter borg-warner S400 SX. I currently run a small port, hand-ported head. And the engine is controlled by an Autronic SM4 standalone system. We were running upwards of 46, 47 pounds of boost when we were trapping high 160s and 930s, 940s. I run ethanol as a fuel, E98, 2000 cc injectors, SEM Motorsports intake manifold, precision air-to-water intercooler setup with a built-on ice water reservoir. Right now it has a stock B5 S4 6-speed transmission in it with a locked center diff. When I originally set this car up, I only wanted to run about 9.5 seconds, and I didn't want to go much more than 145 miles an hour. But the goal was 950s and 145 miles an hour, and that's been surpassed many, many times. To date, it's had a best run of 934 at 153 miles an hour, and a fastest pass of 167 miles an hour at 941 with a really soft launch. That leads me to the next car, and it's goals are much faster and much quicker. It's a different type of build altogether. And without a lot of the people that helped me out, the car wouldn't be where it is today. Probably wouldn't even be.